Jen Psaki had a meltdown over on MSNBC when she was challenged on the Russian collusion delusion. What's going on, Explain America? This is Rob Smith. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment on all of our content. So let's get into this. So we know that former White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki has moved over to do her propaganda on MSNBC now, and she had a total meltdown when she was challenged by Republican Governor Chris Sununu over the Russian collusion delusion and all of the attacks that have happened over the past literal 5 to 8 years of our life on Donald Trump. I want you to check this out. She is completely triggered.
And so now nobody believes it. Nobody believes it.
We know, I have to stop you on there, because we know very clearly that Putin and the Kremlin did intervene in our election in order to try to help Donald Trump back in 2016. So we know that is true. But you may think that they shouldn't engage in this as a messaging tool because it's not helpful to them. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'm not going to relitigate, the Russian collusion nonsense that went on for 2 years.
You don't need to relitigate. It's been litigated by lawyers and investigations.
It's nonsense. But nobody buys that any attack on Trump isn't anything but political. Everyone has kind of created this scenario.
And there's just so many things going on here that you really do have to break down and unpack. So, Jen Psaki basically went from, pushing propaganda at the White House press secretary desk to pushing propaganda at the anchor desk on MSNBC. That is what they do. Everybody knows it. But for her to basically sit there and lie to her audience and say that there was Russian interference, that there was sort of Russian or Putin backing or anything like that had anything to do with Donald Trump being elected, everybody knows that at this point that is false. So what these people are doing right here, what a propagandist like Jen Psaki is doing, is she is counting on her audience. She knows that the audience that watches MSNBC either does not know the truth about the Russian collusion delusion or just does not care about this. So she is basically lying to them. That is what her position is to do. That is what she does. That is what she is given that platform to do. And she is so used to not being challenged on these lies that she utterly and completely melts down when Chris Sununu says, okay, wait a minute now, this stuff has been disproven. This stuff is markedly false. Okay, everybody knows this stuff. And so she basically says, and she repeats the lie, that this has been proven, that this has been litigated, that, the Russian collusion idea is something that is a fact when it is just not a fact. And you have to understand when you watch a clip like this, that this is how fake news works. She depends on her audience not knowing the truth about any of this stuff. She peddles the audience lies, and then she melts down when confronted with the truth by a Republican governor, which, by the way, Sununu doesn't, he's not even on there being super pro-Trump. He is basically saying what everybody knows to be true, which is that we have seen so many attacks on Donald Trump that have literally been disproven, have been found out to be total lies, have been made up out of thin air and pushed by the propagandists in the mainstream media, that nobody trusts any amount of information that comes out nowadays that is seen as anti-Trump, because there is so much stuff that has come out there that has been an utter and complete lie. And what propagandists like Jen Psaki over at MSNBC and like all of the rest of them do not understand is how deeply they have misjudged the American public's sort of propensity to sniff this kind of stuff out. So that meltdown was quite brilliant and very entertaining to watch. So please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment to all of our Explain America content. I'm Rob Smith for Explain America, and I will see you next time.